The midterm elections are exactly 100 days away. Right now, the Senate is deadlocked with 50 Democrats and 50 Republicans. But Democrats will need to win at least 2 more seats to overcome occasional opposition from Democratic Senators Manchin and Sinema. One key target, the seat held by Republican Senator Ron Johnson of Wisconsin. With all of his major opponents dropping out of the race for the Democratic nomination and coalescing around him ahead of the August 9th Democratic primary, Lieutenant Governor Mandela Barnes is expected to face Johnson in November. Barnes is wasting no time. Here's an exclusive look at his latest campaign ad.
Ron Johnson couldn't be more out of touch with Wisconsin. Johnson publicly praised outsourcing and defended a company that moved our jobs to China. Johnson even supported a CEO in Oshkosh who's taking 1,000 new jobs to South Carolina. When asked why, Johnson said Wisconsin has enough jobs. Enough jobs? Ron Johnson's out of touch, all right, and we're paying the price.
Joining me now is Lieutenant Governor Mandela Barnes, candidate for United States Senate in Wisconsin. Lieutenant Governor, thank you for coming to the Sunday show. Got to talk about Senator Johnson, who's taking aim at you in a tweet. He wrote, "The power brokers of the Democratic Party have now cleared the field for their most radical left candidate. Socialist policies have produced this mess, and a radical left senator from Wisconsin is not the solution." Lieutenant Governor Barnes, your reaction to that?
Well, first of all, thank you so much for having me. And as we all know, Ron Johnson will say anything to distract from his record of selling out the people of Wisconsin. That's what the ad was all about. He's left us behind. He spent his decade in office making himself richer and his wealthiest donors even more wealthy. At the same time, he won't lift a finger to help struggling people all across his state. He's made it even easier for CEOs and corporations to take our good jobs overseas. Now, this is something that's incredibly personal to me. My dad worked third shift on an assembly line for 30 years. My granddad moved to Milwaukee after World War II. He was a steel worker, worked there for over 30 years. They made careers, but most importantly, they were able to lay a foundation for me and my family. People in the state are tired of the nonsense of Ron Johnson. People here in Wisconsin want a senator who understands their experience. And that's exactly why I'm running to beat Ron Johnson. And I'm leading in the polls right now. I'm winning with independent voters. But it's going to take a whole lot for us to get past the finish line in November. So I'm going to need people to join us at mandelabarnes.com.
So, Lieutenant Governor, I'm struck by the tweet that Senator Johnson put out because it seems like a retread of old Republican talking points against Democrats, just fill in the state, use of the words socialist policies and radical left. When you're campaigning around the state to unseat Senator Johnson, what's the reaction you're getting from voters?
Well, that's the thing. They don't have plans. They don't have vision. So they are going to use those same exact talking points, regardless of who the Democrat is and regardless of what state we're talking about. But the reality is those false attacks won't be strong enough to outweigh the coalition that we're building. And last week was the best evidence of how that is all coming together. People are, one, tired of Ron Johnson in the state, but on the other hand, we are building excitement with our campaign because that's the most important thing, leading with our values, leading with our division or with our vision, leading with our drive and our fight for opportunity across Wisconsin.
All right, let's do, we got a couple minutes left, and I want to do a little bit of a speed round. Let's just say you do beat Senator Johnson, and you are the next senator from Wisconsin. There's going to be a lot of legislation showing up at the Senate doorstep, such as the House passed a bill that would codify Roe v. Wade. Would you vote for that?
Well, of course.
The House codified Obergefell, which would the Respect for Marriages Act, which would protect same-sex marriage, but also interracial marriage. Would you vote for that?
Yeah, absolutely.
The House has codified access to contraception. Would you vote for that?
Well, certainly.
The Senate is apparently this close to voting on a deal that's called the Inflation Reduction Act of 2022. If you were in the Senate right now, would you vote for that?
I would vote for it. And the thing about it is,
go ahead.
I was gonna say even that deal that you're just talking about now, it's not perfect, but it will certainly go a long way to help people in Wisconsin. We've been hurting for far too long, and we desperately need to lower costs as soon as possible to help people deal with inflation. And letting Medicare negotiate drug prices is a huge step forward. And we also need to cut taxes on the middle class to give people some breathing room. And we also need to hold oil and gas companies accountable for using inflation as a smokescreen to jack up prices on consumers, and pharmaceutical companies as well. Now, everywhere I go, people talk about how they're struggling. And I know those struggles. They're my struggles too. And that's why we're beating Ron Johnson.